Hi, happy Friday. Happy Friday. Okay, so excuse the noise. My daughter is at dance practice. Oh, I love it so much, and she loves it, so kudos. All right, so a friend of mine called, and she wanted to know, what did I mean by just be happy? I made a video, and I think in the video, I don't know which video it was, but I said, I think in one part, and I was like, hey, just find a reason to be happy. um she was like, how, when I'm going through things like problems at work, depression, sadness, um my kids are driving me up the wall, my husband, I get sick, how am I supposed to just be happy? I see a cat. I love animals. But I'm kind of scared of this cat, seeing that it looks like a bobcat. But, oh, you stay over there, I stay over here. We can share. So just being happy, I meant like finding something about yourself, within yourself, to be happy about. Like, not everything, when I was going through my divorce, not everything was bad. Being able for us to sit down and have a conversation, being able to come together and form a plan how we're going to be with our kids. Like, I was sad about the divorce. However, that made me happy. I saw a light at the end of that tunnel. The chemo, being able to go there and meet people, I saw a light at the end of that tunnel. So wherever I see goodness, and I look for goodness, I look for good things when I'm going through something. And like, here's the thing, focusing, not just being happy, not not just being happy, because a person that pretends to be happy, well, she did ask me, so were you pretending? And I was like, girl, no, I don't pretend well. If I don't like it, I'm like, mm-mm, that's not me, sorry. I do not pretend well. And if I'm uncomfortable around you, I will not be around you, period. Not, I don't really don't care if I can't talk to you um fully. Like, I would prefer not to talk to you at all. It's just like that. Like, I am one of those people. I have to be real. Like, my truth matters to me. So uncovering my shadows is what I mean. When, let's say, going through divorce, I would ask myself, okay, well, what is happening that's good? How are you guys talking? I thought I saw a snake. I was like, oh, let me do it. Let me look twice. How are you guys talking? How are you guys communicating? How are the children feeling? How is he responding to their feelings since the divorce or during the process of the divorce? Like, everything, like asking myself questions that, one, showed me a spark of light. And when I was feeling some type of way, okay, why are you irritated because he just made that statement? Why does that bother you? Asking myself why helps. It always starts with the why. What's his name? Dang, something Sack, or Simon Kozak. I don't know. He wrote this book, great book. Always start with why. Great book. It causes you to think deeper about yourself, asking the tough questions, why? Like, why do you respond the way you do? And it always leads to how you handled things as a child and how it was presented to you on how it should be handled. Like, the way in which it was presented to you, how it should be handled by the adults around you and the children around you, how you interpreted it also. So let's say, like when she said, what about when my kids are getting on my nerves? Well, when my children are getting on my nerves, initially I noticed I would my kids said that when I was married, I was very passive aggressive. And I was like, wow. Passive aggressive. They were like, well, you were very passive, and then if we like continue to do stuff, or if you and daddy had like something going on, it was like weird air. You would be kind of like passive aggressive. It's like, it's like you and daddy both were passive aggressive. So I was like, okay, I had to ask myself, okay, what caused you to be passive aggressive? Why did you think that was okay? So again, I had to ask myself why. And it taught me, okay, I get it. Because that's how I was taught. In order to have kids that liked you, you have to give them whatever they want and kind of passively like make little comments, passively say what you need, but not all the way say what you need. Be aggressive about it. It's like, oh, okay, I learned that that's not how I wanted to be. And I'm thankful for those experiences, but it took me digging deeper to notice those experiences taught me how to be. That makes sense? Hopefully. Oh God. And she asked me, she said, okay, well, what about when you were going through your chemo? How did you just find something to be joyous about? And it's like, well, it was very difficult, but one, I found out I had breast cancer through a dream. So I was like, thank God that I listened to my dreams, as I always have. And thank God that it showed me. I had stage 2 breast cancer. So I don't even want to imagine if I didn't listen to it. Like, would I be here now with my kids? Would the treatment have been more aggressive? I don't want to go into what ifs, most hypothetically negative what if. Like, no. I want to continue to push me towards the light at the end of the tunnel, because it helps me. It helps me to sustain like that light, that joyous feeling that I feel when I think about, okay, well, I made it. God damn it. I made it. And okay, so during the treatment, it was difficult. What did I do? I had to learn how to ask for help. That was so difficult. I learned how to ask for help. Oh my God. And initially I was not going to ask for help, but and I started, and then someone kind of like, I needed the day I had chemo, I needed like my friend and his wife, I needed, my ex was out of town, I needed someone to pick up my girls from school, because it was going to be my first day of chemo and I wasn't going to be able to do it. And my friend was somewhere else, and I was like, I don't even know what to do. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. I need help. So I asked him, and his wife was pissed. Like, don't ask him without asking me. And I was like, wait, you just told me that if I needed help, like he's my friend. I didn't see him in any way other than just my friend. But then I was like, okay, I have to understand that this is her, like, I hate to say this, but this is her insecurity. She's afraid. So therefore I have to be understanding or whatever. And I said, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean any disrespect. It's okay. I will find somewhere else to do it. And that's what I did. And thankfully everything worked out, but it showed me, it showed me like why I don't like asking for help. It's because sometimes when you ask, it's like, well, I did ask, but I shouldn't have asked. It's like, or someone feels like I owe them. And no, he never made me feel like that. However, it's like, it taught me from childhood, when someone gives you something, it's like, oh, well, you didn't do blah, 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 and you didn't do blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, I said thank you. I thought I showed that I was so grateful. I didn't know, like, it caused you to shut down. Like, okay, don't take anything from anybody else, and don't ask for help, because you're going to owe someone something. So during that treatment, it taught me to ask for help. Ask for help. Oh my God. Because I needed it. I needed help. Whoa, mosquitoes are tearing me up. Let's see. she also talked about how, I don't know what that was. How it's just, she's like, so I asked her, I was like, well, do you understand like shadow work? Like your shadows, the part that you do not show people, you usually, because she's a sweetheart. However, she's a yes man or woman. And I'm like, are you okay with saying no and being okay with their response? It's like, if it's my kids. So I told her, well, sometimes you have to say no to them because the world isn't always going to say yes. So understanding why it's difficult for you to say no is a part of uncovering your shadow work and then finding light in that answer. Like finding a aha moment, like, oh, this is why I don't like saying no. Like, this is why. It's because maybe they make a face at me, or they make me feel like they don't like me anymore. It's like, I need them to like me. It's like, oh, but see, I no longer feel that way, and I used to. I think I did. However, I don't anymore. But just, I'm never saying that these things are easy, because when you first start uncovering your shadow work, a lot of people begin to like run. You become more confident. You become more like you can walk in your shoes upright. Like my dad used to say, hold your head up and your chest out. Like you'll be able to see your shoulders go down, your neck will be exposed again. Like you'll be able to feel like you're becoming something that you always wanted to be, but you've been hiding behind niceties, hiding behind, oh, it's okay, like so she knows that when I work for myself now, and basically I serve the community. So I told her when I initially started that I felt sad. I felt like, I don't know what to do. So she's like, well, how did you find happiness in that? Well, I began to like notice, okay, I got to shake this shit off because I feel down. I felt blue. Like, what? Like, okay, what's wrong? But I was like, okay, I know what's wrong. It's because I got so used to, like, we're habitual creatures. So I got so used to driving to work, doing the same thing every day. Now, everything's different. So therefore, creating new habits was something I had to do. But acknowledging, okay, girl, you need to create a new habit because you had gotten so comfortable in that other habit. Now you're nervous, you're scared. Finances aren't the same, and it's okay. It's okay. Things are going to be different, but you have to get out of your comfort zone, which is your home, find new adventures, meet people, connect. So therefore, you can feel better. So once I got out, I started doing different things. I began to see a light again. I began to feel more confident. I began to feel my ambition showing back up. Like, okay, I began to see my passion again. Like, like I don't just love kids. I'm not just passionate about working with people. Like, I do this shit for free most of the time for parents that need help. So I don't even want to get into it. Like, I love people, and it's not just children. I should reiterate that it's not just children. It's like loving on the elderly, because I remember watching. I love people. So what I love to do, I need to tap into those things, because those adventures lead me to, oh, okay. Because when I was younger, I saw problems. When you see problems, why is that a problem to you? Because it's not a problem to everybody. Why is it a problem to see an elderly person walking by themselves and not really seeming like they want to talk to someone, but not having anyone to talk to? Why is it a problem seeing a child that's walking with their head down and looking like they're sad? Why is that a problem? Why was it a problem for me as a child? So my light, like my shadow work, would be asking myself, why were those problems? Why was that a problem walking in the schools, seeing that the child needed to talk to someone and watching everyone else basically talk about their clothing? It's because that's my passion. Like, I see the heart of the person. I see what they're hiding. That's a problem because it's my passion. Like, I love that, you know? So, yeah, that's somewhat. I know I'm about to go on a whole nother tangent. However, just know that I would never say just, hey, go be happy. But hiding in your comfort zone creates rumination. It creates like habitual creatures. Like, you're unable to grow. Like, flowers need light. And if you can't see any light because all the memories you have are from the past, you have to create new memories. Because memories, you can drown in your memories, you know? And I know for a fact that I don't want to drown in my memories. So therefore, I find things to be happy about by asking myself, so what did you notice that was good about that? Okay, girl, you was confident when you said that shit. Okay, girl. Oh, like saying things to myself that brings that light in me out, instead of saying, look at that shit. It's happening again. There they go. Look at us smiling. I'm laughing, but this was once me. This is the shit I would say in my head, and I know I'm not alone. We all look around the world and we say things in our heads. But now I look around the world and I say it out loud. Like, oh my God, I feel so good. Hey, I love you so much. Like, I miss you. You know, like, yeah, that's exactly what I meant. I hope that makes sense, my love. I love you guys. Mwah.